At RSL we manufacture and supply timber grabs. We make our own in-house, but we also supply Chinese ones. There's a very big reason for that, and that is budget, because the Chinese ones are cheap. Does that mean they're bad? No, it doesn't actually. We've been doing the same manufacturer for a long time. They're good grabs. However, there is a reason why we don't spec them with everything and machine, especially excavators, and that's down to strength. So our own grabs that we make in-house are strong, and we recommend them for excavators. The reason why we don't recommend the Chinese ones, I'm going to point out in this video, because we get asked this a lot, and I thought, well, it's just going to be easier to make a video and show you why and help you understand so you can make the better choice. It's down to you at the end of the day. Here we have in front of us a couple of grabs. One on the floor in front is the Chinese version of a timber grab. The one on the end of the digger is our version of a timber grab. That's one we make in-house. They're both rated for the same size machine. The difference is strength, as I said before. Now, I'll go through why, and I'll go through the motions with the bit of timber and the bit of tube. I haven't got a big bit of timber at the moment, but the tube will suffice, and it will also highlight an issue as well. So the little timber grab will open to just over 1 metre wide, and it's rated for 1 tonne in weight. And that is 1 tonne with the tines completely wrapped around the timber, I might add, on this one as well. When you come down to it though, the frame is made from about, I should have brought the verniers out, but that'll be about 6mm steel on the top, and there's not a lot of filleting gone on because it's not necessary. These are meant and intended for swing type cranes, like timber forwarders, this type of thing. So on the end of a high ab for swing type, so you always pick up in the middle of your timber, in the middle of the tube. This grab over here, the one we make, much heavy duty, twice the weight of the Chinese version. And when you look at the frame, this frame is made from 1/2 inch. So put my finger on it there. Here you go, look, there's my finger on that one. Let's do it like that way. This is accurate. And again on that one, so now you can see the difference on there. So the material is only twice as thick, a lot more filleting going on, and the frame bracing and so forth. This one is also on ours. We also serrate the end of the tine and also the end plate as well, and underneath serrated to give the maximum grip. Now the reason ours is strong is on an excavator you can put all sorts of forces through. So a swing type grab, rotating swing type, you're going to pick up in the middle of the timber, so you're picking up a balanced load at that point. So even weight is being put on the grab. Now however, there's nothing to stop you picking up right on the end. Again though, if you did that with swing type grab, the grab is going to tip. That wood is not going to pick up parallel, and the grab is going to swing and allow the forces to be more even throughout the frame and the tines of the grab. With an excavator however though, you can pick up right on the end of the timber, which means you're putting a lot of stress through the sideways stress through the frame of the grab, through the tines, through the bushings and the frame of the grab. So the geometries are also different on these grabs as well. So that grab will actually open slightly wider than ours, even though the stroke on the ram is about the same. But what it means is our grab has more power because it has more triangulation. So it also has, we also put a link bar that links the 2 tines together and makes them go evenly. We put them on the outside, so it makes them easier to change, easier to service, and it means you've got less internally going on for pipes to chafe as well. So it's got either side, nice and easy, whereas the little grab over here has one link bar going down the middle. So of course when you get your pipes in here, you've got to be very careful how you route your pipes, because then you've got a load of moving parts and trapping points. When speccing a timber grab as well, you've also got to account for shock loading. By that I mean, as you grab your timber, the timber may weigh a couple 100 kilos, but as you're tracking around or as you're moving the dipper around, it's bouncing around. That 200 kilos becomes 1/2 ton or more, basically. It depends on how much force is being actuated upon it. gravity, etc., emotional forces. So you've got to account for this. Now, lots of people, when they say, they'll ring us up and say, oh, we're only going to pick 200 kilos up, they're going to pick 300 kilos. It doesn't matter. I always say you've got to account not for what you generally do with something, but for what happens on a Friday afternoon when you want to go home, it's pissing down with rain, and you just want to get it done. That's when you will push boundaries. So I've lined the two grabs up next to each other, and you can see they are comparable size. We would fit these to the same size machines. However, we would fit our grab to excavators where we don't want to fit the Chinese made timber grab to an excavator. Absolutely fine. We will if it's going on a swing link, so it can be, you know, handle timber centrally, but because of the lack of frame strength compared to a grab that's designed for rigid type mounting. So when we say, if you call us up, we'll ask you, do you want it for swing type or fixed type mounting? So timber grab will be for swing type, as it would be on a timber crane, so swinging all over the place. And our grab is fixed type, so it's got a fixed type rotator on a fixed bracket. As these two grabs are stood side by side, you can see the strength in the RSL grab compared to the Chinese made timber grab. I'm not going to knock the Chinese timber grabs, they are good, we wouldn't sell them otherwise, but purpose specific.